no necesita presentación, es el único atleta del mundo que tiene ya 7 Arnold Classic. Ayer ganó el 7º. Tenía 4 Arnold Classic en Estados Unidos. Tenía el empate con Flex Wheeler, otro de los mejores atletas del bodybuilding en la historia. Ganó este año en Columbus, sumó su 5º título en Estados Unidos y después ha vuelto a hacer lo propio en Australia y ayer en Madrid, que era el otro gran título que faltaba en su carrera. Hoy por hoy estamos ante no uno de los mejores del mundo, estamos ante uno de los mejores de la historia. Y si consideramos a alguien que no sobrepasa el 1,75 m, que suele ser la estatura con la cual destacan las grandes estrellas, yo me atrevería a decir, y lo es para mi gusto, Dexter, tú lo eres, el atleta por debajo del 1,75 m más perfecto de la historia. Y eso es mérito de muchas cosas. Primero de tu genética, pero primero de tu capacidad de trabajo y de tu alimentación. Eso es lo que van a querer hoy conocer los espectadores que están aquí. A mí me gustaría empezar haciéndote una pregunta muy directa. Tienes unas proporciones perfectas, por eso has conseguido todo lo que has conseguido. ¿Tenías alguna parte corporal más débil que otra cuando empezaste a entrenar?
I'm not gonna. Well, I don't think I had something that's really weak, other than my calves. But everything else is pretty proportionate. That was always my goal. No matter how much weight I put on, to make sure I keep my, my shape and make sure I'm looking like a bodybuilder should look, on season and off season.
Cuando empezaste a entrenar, ¿ya querías ser bodybuilder y competir? ¿O simplemente te apuntas a levantar pesas en un gimnasio? ¿Cómo fueron tus inicios en el mundo del bodybuilding?
No, I wanted to actually play in professional American football. That was my goal, but
Sería runner back, porque tienes un aspecto extraordinario de hombre rápido. Eras.
As a running back, of course. And I was on my way. I was one of the top prospects in high school. But my girlfriend got pregnant, and I had to be a man and, take care of my family. So that went my football career, me going to college and all that stuff. And early on as a bodybuilder, I was just, I was a scrawny little kid, fresh out of high school. I was 148 pounds, 137 my first competition. And I never thought I would be able to put on the size that I have, being Mr. Olympia or winning the Arnold Classic even. Never crossed my mind, because when I look back in the magazines back in those days, those guys were huge. Flex Wheeler and Sean Ray and Ronnie Coleman, all these guys were huge. So, winning the Olympia or in Arnold was nothing, that never was a thought in my mind, because I always thought I was too small.
Small but with good proportion. ¿Qué le recomiendas a una persona que llega a un gimnasio, a un chico joven de los que, bueno, aquí no tenemos a ningún principiante, se ve, pero te han visto ayer miles de personas, miles de chicos, como te puedo decir era mi caso hace ya mucho, y yo quería ser como un atleta profesional. ¿Cuánto tengo que entrenar? ¿Cuánto más mejor? ¿Cuántas veces voy al gimnasio? ¿Cuánto tiempo estoy? Lo más básico, ¿cuántas veces recomiendas entrenar a un atleta principiante?
For a starter, well, it depends. It depends on the person. It depends on the genetics. My first thing would be to make sure this person knows, if you got a great physique and you got good genetics, those are the first 2 things that you need to be successful in this sport. If they don't have it, then, I'm very brutal, I'm very, very honest. So if I don't think a person has genetics to even become a successful bodybuilder, then I would tell him, maybe you should do this for fun, and because you really don't have the physique for competing, that's what I've always done with all of my clients. It's being straightforward, being straight up, because you got a lot of guys that's been competing for 100 years, and they don't never win. You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of people that someone has to be honest with.
Después hablaremos de nutrición, pero yo he escuchado a muchos atletas e incluso lo he leído de la mayor parte de los grandes escritores del mundo del bodybuilding. Este es un deporte de 24 horas al día, si contamos la alimentación, el descanso. ¿Lo consideras el bodybuilding un deporte de 24 horas al día, no como otros, como pueda ser básquet, donde tú entrenas, viajas? Pero, ¿cómo ves el bodybuilding, este deporte?
Well, yeah, I would have to say, in a way, this is a 24-hour sport because you count your eating as being a part of the sport. So for me, eating on time is very, very important. If I don't eat on time, because my metabolism is so fast, then I'll probably lose about 5 pounds. So I consider it a job. This is my career. This is my job. And yes, I take it very seriously and do believe that it's a 24-hour job, yeah.
Te lo he preguntado porque hace 7 días estabas en Las Vegas a punto de ganar el título que ya ganaste en 2008, de ser Mr. Olympia, pero después hay que hacer un viaje que son 11 horas, no puedes entrenar, no estás en Jacksonville, en Florida, no estás en tu casa, llegas a un país donde es difícil hasta incluso ir a comprar fruta o ir a comprar una botella de agua o buscar un microondas. ¿Cómo has sido capaz de mantener ese estado de forma desde Las Vegas, viajando a otra ciudad tan extraña y ganar ayer a 15 de los mejores atletas del mundo? Volverlos a ganar.
Well, I think you have to plan. You have to plan things when you do multiple competitions and got to go out of the country and all that stuff. So my thing was to make sure I had enough meals. I cooked a lot of meals, froze the meals, got them over here, and then I was able to eat on time with good food that I cook, of course. I'm a good cook. So good food and all that stuff. And, yeah, and coming all the way over here, it's, we're professionals. We should be able to, as you know, I strive to be, even be good in off season. So I try to look good year round. And I wish a lot of other pros these days would do that. You have some guys getting up over 100 pounds of their competition, and then they have to bust their behind to get down. So my thing is to try and stay as close as possible, anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds, 20 pounds tops, over what my competition weight is, and that way I don't have to kill myself to get down. So coming over here, planning, making sure you plan things and have a game plan as you go. And plus, I've been doing it so long, I'm a vet, I'm a seasoned vet, so I know exactly what I can get away with doing and what I can't do. You know what I'm saying? So.
Muchas de las personas que hay aquí, de los amantes del bodybuilding, les gustaría saber 2 cosas. Una, ¿qué comiste el día después del Olympia? Y sobre todo, ¿qué comiste ayer? Muchos son competidores. ¿Nos lo puedes contar aproximadamente?
Well,
Sin llegar a tus secretos, pero más o menos. ¿Qué se hace un día después? ¿Qué se hace un día antes?
When I was younger, I would eat like everything I got my hands on.
Really?
Yeah, when I was younger. But now that I'm older, my stomach can't handle eating all that pizza and crap like that after a show. I have to work it into my system. So I didn't eat much after the Olympia. I think I had some Frosted Flakes. That's my favorite after the show, and probably some ice cream, and that's basically, and a couple sandwiches. That's basically all I ate after the Olympia. Now after this show, I'm not feeling well right now, and last night I was feeling really bad. So I didn't eat anything last night. I think I had some ice cream. That was about it. But I couldn't eat any food or anything. My stomach was really sour, and the smell of food was making me sick. So I couldn't even eat last night.
Te he preguntado esto porque muchas veces en las competiciones amateur, aunque es otro mundo, y la gente que aquí nos ve, muchos de ellos son atletas de competición, entras en un backstage, entras detrás de un escenario y ves a los atletas comiendo cosas, primero comiendo 5 minutos antes y cosas muy extrañas, como patatas fritas, fries, drinking Diet Coke, or not diet. Y yo ayer no veía a ningún profesional comer. ¿Tú recomendarías a un atleta de competición comer lo que fuera o tomar algo especial? ¿O simplemente el consejo es, ya está el trabajo hecho, ahora sal y consigue lo mejor que puedas? ¿Cuál es tu consejo?
Well, I definitely think you need to have some type of food. If you're waiting backstage for a long time, then you got to have some type of food. I usually have like a burger, a couple burgers or something, but I try and eat it, hour and a half, 2 hours before I step on stage so I can make sure the food digests. But in my opinion, I do feel that if you're going to be backstage at a long period of time, then you're definitely going to need to have some type of food with you because you'll flatten out if you don't.
Y te voy a preguntar por el agua, que es algo que mucha gente también quiere saber. ¿Se bebe agua? ¿No se bebe agua? Antes de una competición tan importante, me refiero, el día antes.
The day before, yeah, of course, everybody should drink water. Some longer than others. I usually cut my water about 6 o'clock. I usually take in about a half a gallon of water the day before. To me, that last day is the worst part of the whole diet. The diet is okay, but when you have to cut your water, eat all that food with no water, it's very, very hard to get out. So that's the only thing I hate about doing what I do.
Gracias. Vamos a hablar un poco de entrenamiento, que es lo que también nuestros invitados hoy quieren conocer, porque esa es otra cosa que a mí me daba curiosidad. ¿Cómo lo haces para entrenar en estos días? El trabajo ya está hecho, pero intentas entrenar en el hotel, intentas hacer algo, ya no hace falta. ¿Cómo afrontas el entrenamiento después de todo lo que ya has trabajado para llegar a Las Vegas, a la Olympia? ¿Qué ocurre después?
Well, I try and work out all the way up until Wednesday before competition. I got to Vegas on Sunday, so my trainer Charles Glass and we all trained Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Excuse me, not Wednesday, because pre-judge is on a Friday. But Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday we all trained, and when you're at your last week, you don't want to get in there and smash the weights like you always do. You're too close to the competition. Your body's being depleted, so you have to be very careful, and without injuring yourself or tearing any muscle or anything. So all you're basically doing is getting a good pump, squeezing the muscle, so that'll help keep you fuller. Keep you full, and help get the last little bit of glycogen out of the muscle.
¿Cómo te gusta entrenar? ¿Pesado o más ligero y con menos descanso? Háblanos un poco de cómo es tu entrenamiento.
My training is, like I said, I work with Charles Glass. At my age now, you have to learn how to make adjustments. So at the beginning, the first 10 years, it was, a lot of compound movements, a lot of bench pressing and stuff like that, squats with free weight. and all that stuff. But as you know, but what you got to realize is you got to learn how to make adjustments and not lift so much weight. Try and do a little bit more machine weight. That's why I hired Charles Glass. We do a lot of machine work. You know, I barely do any compound movements, and that's prolonged my career. It's less stressful on the joints, of course, and that's how I've been able to continue to get better. And a lot of people think just because you're doing a machine, you can't grow. That's absolutely BS. You can grow off of machine work. Now, if you just starting out at the beginning, I would definitely say you got to do a lot of compound movements for a few years to put on the proper mass that you need to put on. But after that, and you start getting older, you got to start making adjustments. And this is what has prolonged my career for so long.
¿Tienes compañero de entrenamiento?
Charles Glass is my trainer. And Matt Evans, he's an up-and-coming pro. He is my training partner.
Y por supuesto se lo recomendarás a la mayor parte de los atletas. ¿Hasta qué punto es importante un buen compañero de entrenamiento?
Always need a good training partner. I cannot train alone. I can't train by myself because I get distracted.
I can believe you. No te puedo creer.
because I get distracted really fast, and motivation is very low when I'm training by myself. So that's why I bought a place in LA, and when I get ready for competition, I go out there to Gold's Venice and be able to train with Charles, and training with this guy is like, he's a legend. He's the best trainer in our sport, so to be able to train with him, that push, just being in his presence is like, I don't want to let this guy down, so I give it all I got every single workout.
¿Cuál es tu ejercicio favorito, si te lo puedo preguntar? ¿El que más te gusta o el que menos sufres cuando llegas al límite? Porque tú entrenas al límite.
Well, I don't enjoy any of it anymore. But if I were to pick the easiest, and I would have to say probably chest.
Chest, bench press, or anyone. ¿Te puedo preguntar hasta cuánto has sido capaz de levantar para una repetición máxima?
My heaviest, I don't know how much it is in kilo.
Tell in pounds.
But I probably can bench about 550. Not now, but
Historically, before, antes, ¿cuánto ha levantado máximo en press de banca?
When I was at my strongest in my career, probably about 550 pounds.
Wow. Sigues practicando el press de banca cada día. Nunca has tenido lesiones, nunca has tenido problemas. Eso es obvio, pero ¿lo sigues recomendando como entrenamiento pesado?
I don't actually bench press now. No. I do bench press machine, but not actual compound movement, which is the barbell, free weight. I don't do any of that stuff.
Está muy de moda ahora todo el entrenamiento funcional, como tú estás diciendo, entrenamiento de intervalos, lo que es cross-training. ¿Cuál es tu visión de ello? ¿Te gusta? ¿Lo recomendarías? ¿Es un complemento? Pero ¿cuál es la visión de un bodybuilder sobre un atleta que simplemente lo que le gusta es, desafiarse, entrenar de intervalos, llevar al límite su entrenamiento, pero sin otro objetivo? ¿No te llama la atención? ¿No te gusta practicarlo como modalidad para cambiar? Háblanos un poco de tu visión de ese tipo de entrenamiento.
Nah, no CrossFit. I'm too big. Too big for CrossFit. I can't run it right now.
Eso es lo que quería saber. No quería que habláramos bien, solo quería saber la visión de un profesional, de un campeón.
Yes, that's really hard. That's a hard sport. So CrossFit definitely would never work for me. I probably can't even do a pull-up. But Yeah, and in bodybuilding, bodybuilding is all about shape, shaping the muscle and stuff like that. We're not power lifters or, we're not trying to see who throw the most reps or whatever. We're trying to build the muscle to be the best that particular muscle can be. So all around, that's why we have, say for instance, more than one chest exercise in flat bench. You got incline, you got flat bench, you got decline, you got flies. So you want to be able to, with not only just chest, but with everything, is try and develop the muscle to its full potential. Potential.
Te lo preguntaba porque hoy en día el entrenamiento de intervalos, el cross-training, es algo muy de moda en el mundo de la musculación, en el mundo del ejercicio, en el mundo de las pesas. Al final todos son atletas de fuerza o todos, en cierto modo, levantamos pesas de una u otra manera. Te lo he preguntado para hacerte ahora la siguiente pregunta. En el mundo del bodybuilding, y sobre todo desde los tiempos en que Arnold Schwarzenegger competía, hay como dos escuelas de entrenamiento. Una escuela que defiende más el entrenamiento muy pesado y muy corto, el heavy duty, que tú conoces, y otro tipo de visión que aboga por entrenamientos más largos, mucho más extensos. Yo quería saber un poco acerca de tu visión, si estás más de acuerdo con una escuela que con otra o intentas tomar lo mejor de cada una.
I support the more heavy because of my metabolism. I tend to do more heavyweight to keep the fullness. Even when I'm dieting, I have to do heavyweight to keep my fullness.
O sea que tú eres un admirador del heavy duty. Pero quizá tenga el mayor problema un poco con las articulaciones, aunque, como has dicho, utilizas más las máquinas. Mi siguiente pregunta viene acerca de qué haces de cardio, porque imagino que también intentarás evitar impactos. ¿Te gusta correr en cinta, en bicicleta, en elíptica? ¿Cuál es tu cardio?
I've been very, very blessed with my parents and my genetics. So I don't have to do much cardio at all. Probably my first 10 years I did zero cardio.
No digas eso porque se van a sentir todos un poco más envidiosos aún de tu genética.
Well, I know I'm only speaking the truth.
Eso es bueno.
I think, God has gave me this body for a reason. That's why I've been able to last so long. This is my 17th year that's never, ever been done in the sport, and I'm still winning shows. So I've been blessed with very, very great genetics, and yeah, I've just been blessed with very, very great genetics, man.
Voy a seguir preguntándote un poco sobre el cardio, porque hay dos visiones que muchos de nuestros espectadores...
Let me finish on cardio, I'm sorry. My phone started ringing and it kind of messed my head up. Cardio, like I said, I don't have to do much, but now I do about 20 minutes to 30 minutes a day when I get ready for a competition. And
with empty stomach or not? ¿Con estómago vacío o no? Without food? With food? ¿Con el estómago vacío
yes,
o no?
I always do cardio on an empty stomach
vacío.
In the morning.
Te lo he preguntado porque es evidente que eres muy bueno en las dos cosas, pero seguro que has conocido a atletas de una genética extraordinaria que trabajan de maravilla en el gimnasio, que lucen de maravilla en frente del espejo en el gimnasio, serios, comen con dedicación, pero luego competitivamente nunca han hecho nada y no saben competir. No saben competir en el sentido de están nerviosos en el escenario, se mueven, sus rutinas de poses no llaman la atención. Tú sabes hacer bien las dos cosas, pero estoy seguro de que has visto muchos compañeros de esa manera. ¿Qué consejo le darías a alguien que quiere realmente ser profesional en este deporte? Porque aquí hay gente que quiere ser profesional. Ser profesional no es solo ganar un título. Ser profesional es que merezca que te paguen por tu trabajo como tú haces. Pero no se tiene ese chip en todos los atletas. ¿Cuál es tu opinión?
Well, you first have to be, like I said, you have to be 100% honest with yourself, so to speak. You want yourself to you know, when you look in the mirror and, you know, like myself, I look in the mirror when I think I'm done, that's when I'm going to be done, when I'm not looking like I normally look. So my thing is be 100% honest with yourself. If you feel you got genetics to do the sport, of course, do the sport. Okay, but if you think you just want to do it as a hobby, if you don't have the genetics, then I strongly advise you to give it your all. You know, you can try competitions and what have you, but if you're not placing very well in many, you know, I would not try and make that a hobby of mine. And just listen to very close friends who are 100% honest with you. Listen to the judges, and they will let you know if you got a future in this sport or not. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, if you just like it for fun and love to compete, no problem. That's all. That's good too. That's one thing to help keep pushing you to be in the best shape of your life as well.
Este año vas a cumplir 46 años, que nadie lo diría, y vaya por delante que yo soy mayor que tú. Y lo que quiero preguntarte es, ¿cómo te gustaría que te recordara la historia del bodybuilding o qué es lo que quieres conseguir más? Ayer Arnold te lanzó un reto. ¿Quieres ser el primer hombre en tener los 6 Arnold Classic? Porque al año que viene habrá uno más. En China habrá en cada continente. También lo habrá en Sudáfrica. Y este año ya lo hay en Australia, en Brasil, en España y, por supuesto, en Columbus. ¿Cómo ves tu carrera o cómo quieres seguir con tu carrera en adelante?
Well, you know, I'll take year by year, show by show, year by year. I'm not really looking into the future on what I'm going to do. Even when I'm done here, I'm going to go home and take some time off, spend time with the family, and not even thinking about, you know, going to the gym or bodybuilding right now. After I do Prague next week, and go on a vacation or something, on a cruise, and just relax. And then, you know, after a few weeks, then I make a decision on what my next move would be. I love to set goals, and Arnold, like you said, he mentioned that being the first guy to win all 6 Arnolds, you know, that's something I never thought about, never entertained. But when he brought it up, it was like, you know, maybe this can be a goal of mine. I've won 3 Arnolds, 3 different Arnolds. So I think there's 3 more to win. So I think that's a feasible goal.
Yo creo también que sí. Se ha parecido mucho al partido a partido de Simeone. You probably will not understand what I said. Una pregunta más que yo te quería hacer. Yo estuve contigo cerca en el año 2011. ¿Recuerdas aquí cuando te derrotó en la decisión final Víctor Martínez? ¿Te acordaste ayer de aquel momento? ¿Tú te veías? ¿Te acordaste? ¿Qué sentías ayer antes de que yo anunciara quién iba a ser el campeón? ¿Sabías que iba a ser tuyo?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't 100% sure. I had a good feeling that I could win, but I wasn't 100% sure that I would win last night. And when Victor beat me the very first year, I should have won. I really feel that I should have won our competition. I was in better condition. Overall package was better, but I didn't win. Then I've been here again a couple times after that, so I've been here probably like 3 or 4 times. This being my 4th, I think. It was a huge goal for me to finally win this competition.
Te quiero hacer una pregunta más porque nos estamos acercando ya al final, al momento que tiene que venir el gobernador Schwarzenegger y el presidente Santonja. Ha habido 2 momentos muy importantes en tu vida deportiva, según yo lo veo, en el año 2007, cuando tu clasificación en Olimpia baja, que mucha gente decía que tú no ibas a ser ya capaz de ganar nunca una Olimpia. Llega 2008 y ganas en la mejor forma de tu vida. Te has mantenido en lo más alto, pero en los últimos años, en Madrid 2011, no ganaste. Pero llega 2015, arrasas en el Arnold Classic de Columbus, llegas a Madrid y vuelves a ganar. Estamos hablando de más de 7 años de diferencia. Has sido capaz de, cuando a la gente decía, bueno, Dexter es un gran atleta, pero ya no va a ser lo que ha sido 2 veces, has sido capaz de superar y llegar más lejos que nunca. Eso es un cambio físico, yo te vi ayer impresionante, pero imagino que eso viene de un cambio mental, quizá de actitud o de motivación. ¿Qué cambió mentalmente en ti en esos 2 años? ¿De dónde sacas la motivación para dar un salto aún más grande del nivel en el que ya estabas? Porque no es nada fácil.
Right. And plus being that I'm older.
I'm older and I want to know it. Yo soy más mayor y por eso quiero saberlo.
Well, what I did was 2011, excuse me, I didn't feel that, I felt that my career was pretty much over. I lost to somebody, and I think Evan Centopani, I lost to him at the Flex Pro, and then I think I was 6th in Olympia or something like that. And I pretty much thought my career was done. But I hired, I got rid of everybody that was in my camp and at the time and revamped my whole camp. So I added George Farrer to, he's my nutritionist, and Charles Glass as my trainer. And being that, the different things that George does is he's convinced me, which is proof because everything is coming to light. He convinced me to eat clean on off season. So that's really not, I'm pretty much dieting year round now, but I'm putting on lean quality muscle. And that's why I keep getting better, because I eat a lot of clean foods on the off season. And it's hard, it's very hard because, off season usually is off season. And, you get to pick out, eat what you want to eat all day. And diet is diet, usually 12 to 15 week prep to get down into, the body fat percentage that's needed. So, yeah, those are the things that have kept me where I'm at now and continue to get better.
Y una última pregunta más. En Madrid, y mucha de la gente que hay aquí, no solo los españoles, sino el resto de europeos o de la gente que ha venido de otro continente, que muy posiblemente va a regresar, pero sobre todo la afición europea, quiere tener un líder representativo del Arnold Classic Europe, alguien que lo haya ganado más de una vez. Ahora tú ya estás entre los elegidos. ¿Podemos contar contigo para el año que viene?
No.
Don't tell me this.
I don't think, I'm not going to say no.
Okay.
But as of right now, I have no plans on coming back to this particular Arnold next year because I got 3 more that I need to win. So, but anything can happen. If I win Olympia next year, which I plan on doing, then I probably would come straight here. It would be stupid for me not to. So, but as of right now, there's no plans for me to come here next year. But who knows? I always say I'm not doing something and always end up doing it.
Muchas gracias. Vengas o no vengas, te admiramos mucho, te queremos mucho y te damos todos un gran aplauso, Dexter.
Thank you.